Hi, my name is Leslie Williams, and I'm in San Diego, California. And these are just some personal statements I'm making to you today to uh, to just let you know how sad an experience was that I experienced yesterday. And it's nothing new to me because I've already experienced it at other churches before. Yesterday, I went to a church to get a Bible. I'm not going to say yet what church it was, but it's a well-known church. This is the Bible right here. And I wanted to be able to carry it with me and have it here at my hiking area. I already have, they stole a big Bible from me when I was hiking next door to the FBI. But what I did when I had that Bible was I tore some pages out. I didn't like doing it because I don't like doing stuff like that. But I tore some pages out of it. And I've also torn pages out of previous Bibles so I could just carry them with me because I had my stuff stolen so much to where I got smart. I've had so many hiking areas stolen from me. It's just, you would not believe the hundreds of thousands of dollars that have been ripped off from me over the years concerning this campaign. I've literally been running for 11 years, surviving this crime for 11 years. Every single paycheck that I have had and my student loans were dedicated, have been totally 100%, I mean completely dedicated to surviving this crime, exposing this crime, and staying safe from this crime, and living in the effects of it. Every single paycheck, every single dollar has been spent trying to expose this crime, survive it, and staying safe. It's just, you would not, and lost all my property that I accumulated 4 years that was stolen from me. Desks, furniture, every single stitch of my clothes, thousands of dollars worth of books that were bought from all the colleges and universities, colleges that I went to over the years because of the classes that I took. Every single, I mean, I'd say at least $10,000 worth of property was stolen from me. A lot of it brand new, including all of my clothes in Michigan. Stolen from me, literally stolen by the GangStalkers because they literally had the audacity to go in. It was one family. In fact, this family was from an elder from a church. And they connected with U-Haul because as I rented this U-Haul storage place, I was literally gaslighted by the U-Haul management, who literally helped me sign the contract to rent the storage unit to put my stuff in. And then they came up with some bullshit excuse that the storage place contacted them and said, well, we don't feel right about auctioning her stuff, so if you want to come and get it, you can. And so they went and got it and kept it all. Yeah, and periodically, before they moved out of Michigan, I entered their home a few times while I was with them, and saw my stuff sectioned out and given out to their family members in their rooms. Yeah, they were literally using my stuff. And $1,000 computer. I don't even want to start thinking about that because it's depressing. But anyway, so why am I making this video? Yesterday I was literally gang-stalked to a church that I went to get a Bible. Not only by the employees of it, but they also had people in the church that were already standing there talking to an employee, okay, that was from at a place that the San Diego police were connected to. And they were flat out caught in reference to the connection to the specific place. They literally used him and literally made sure that he mentioned the name of the place that he said he was from. And this was done to anchor an association in my mind to get me to remember that past event, because this is how they operate. Literally, it's how they operate, literally. Now, I've been a target of this crime now, openly, overtly, and sometimes directly for 11 full years, so you better believe I know how they operate, and you better believe I know who they are, okay? So anyways, yesterday, I'm literally at this, church, and I'm literally being gaslighted to my face by the person that worked at the counter, somebody that person was talking to. Okay, go on, eat your food, honey. That dang squirrel got up in the bird feeder. Now I'm going to have to change it. So he can't get up there. So I got to do that now today. So I'm not going to be doing a lot today in reference to my videos. Okay, so hang on a second. That's one of my favorite birds. And he lets me know when he's here, so I'll throw some bread out to him. But anyways, I was literally gaslighted, not only by the person who worked at the desk that people will walk to talk to people that come in, but I was also gaslighted by the person who gave me the book. He tried to get me to open up about my living situation. I was just there for a Bible. They start trying to get me to sign all these forms stating who I am and where I live at. They try to get me to open up about where I live at, and I'm wearing brand new clothes, head to toe, brand new shoes even. These shoes aren't even 2 weeks old. Socks totally white as they can be, because every clothes that I wear every day from head to toe are totally clean. And my hair is always combed, especially before I enter an environment. So these people had no reason to suspect whatsoever that I could be or might be or am homeless. Why were they trying to get me to sign papers about my living situation just because I came in to ask for a Bible? And they also tried to say that they were asking me to sign papers because they want a record of everybody that comes on the premises, because children are on the premises. Even though I was literally gaslighted by children that were being walked with by people that worked for the church. I think the children were being watched. I think they have daycare there or something. And or were being walked off the premises by their parents, because it was around it was right before 4 o'clock, so that could have been the case as well. They were literally walking by me and gaslighting me. The parents were that were walking with these children as I was locking up my bike before I went into the church. Literally. Now, I'm going to be able to prove a section of this in reference to the audio file I'm getting ready to upload right now to this video file, in relation to me being at Vaughn's, and I left there. I left to go to Vaughn's right after I left this church, okay? And I'm going to be able to prove it to you by showing you the receipt, which I got to get back out of now, because I just got done uploading a section of an audio file from the Vaughn's visit on the previous video. And so I had to show the receipt in that video as well. So, and then I put it away, and then I thought to myself, well, I better maybe make another video. And I already forgot the reason why I made this video, actually. Shoot, sorry, I'm a little preoccupied with what I'm doing. And actually, that's the reason why I made this video. I thought I'd make a personal statement and documentation video while I'm doing what I'm doing, just to keep, why not? I mean, just to give you some tidbits of information concerning yesterday's events. So then she had the little audacity to ask me to sign a form. They wanted my name and address in reference to, see, because when you walk into a place that's engaging in gang stalking, or that has been solicited to engage in gang stalking, you got to understand this. This is organized crime in the system that is hosting and managing these expeditions, and they do use video cameras. Understand this and be clear, they do. And if you don't believe me, I suggest you go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus," and then the fact that MTS sent me an altered video, and that can be Googled in reference to that statement. So if you don't think that they're not screwing around with videos, think again. Or using videos, think again. So why are these people asking me personal questions about my living situation and trying to get me to sign forms and get information from me to put on forms about that, and also trying to get me to sign forms? And they stated the first form they wanted to get me to sign and fill out was because they said that since I'm on their premises and children are on their premises, they want to have an idea who I am. I said, ma'am, I'm just here to get a Bible. I go, if I can get a Bible without, I go, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in filling out any forms. I tried to keep all personal statements about my feelings about her questions and statements to myself, and I would just basically give her blank answers. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in filling out the form, or, no, I said, no, I don't think that that's necessary, okay? And basically, to try and see if she would basically keep persistent about it. And she could tell that I was not going to do it because of the way I was answering her questions, and then not giving her eye contact at all after the question was answered. So she could see through my demeanor and my posture that I was not going to sign any forms. I mean, she had just got done gaslighting me. Do you really honestly? I mean, she knew she was gaslighting me on purpose. So why are they trying to get me to sign all these forms just to go? Why were they trying to get me to sign forms just to get a Bible? Just to get a Bible. Bullshit. Why were they asking me extensively about my living situation just to get a Bible when I walked in there with the clean backpack? My backpack's practically brand new. I mean, it's not even a year old, and it was just washed a month ago. Okay? And my bike is brand new. It's not even a week and a half old. And every stitch of clothes I had on was totally clean because I just went and did my laundry. I mean, the socks are totally clean. I mean, I could show you them right now if I had to, if I had them out. I mean, do you see how white this shirt is? This is how white my socks were, okay? Hair comb. Totally don't look homeless at all. You had no reason to suspect that I would be homeless or am homeless, okay? By walking into any business or place I go into. So why are they asking me to sign forms about my living situation just because I walked in to ask for a Bible and didn't talk to them about anything else except for the fact that I'm here to see if I can get a donated Bible. Period. End of story. Why was I being gaslighted by them? And then check this out. She had the audacity to literally ask me to sign a form because they want to know who's on their premises because children are on their premises. And so they want to be able to keep a log and record of anybody that comes on their property because children are on their property. And guess who's gaslighted me once I walked out of there after I got the Bible? Huge groups of children walked by me and they gaslighted me and said gang stalking as they walked by me. Now, why was this done? This was done to make a person feel, because they do this, they'll try and put you in a situation to where they act like they got to do things for their own safety concerns or their own safety laws, like universities do as well. Campus safety will act like, well, we're concerned about workplace violence, campus violence, safety of our students, safety of our staff. And so if we have anybody on campus that we come to understand is not a student, we want to make sure that you're here for legitimate reasons. And as they're talking to you, they're literally gaslighting you to your face with physical gestures. It's a way to make you feel mentally raped about how they're actually acting in reference to how they're actually acting. And in other words, they give you a presentation, okay? It's called a prop. You know, like how movie theater sets will have props up. Like, say if you're taking a movie, or say if you're just somebody who's in a play, and you're on a stage, and a part of the scenes that you're in is of you sitting in a park bench in a park. Okay, well, the park bench and the trees, or the cardboard things of trees that are behind the park bench that you're sitting on because you're in a play, are cardboard makeshift trees. Those are called props, okay? So what they'll basically do is act like they'll create a prop, okay, for you to actually feel like you're experiencing. And that prop is, you're on a university campus, the prop is the uniform that the campus police is wearing, okay, which is, and it's like if I got a video camera even running. And so the prop is to give you the illusion, okay, that the environment and the people you're talking to is normal, while they're gaslighting you to your face, which can't be caught on a digital tape recorder. And if you don't have your video camera out, you can't record physical gestures with a digital tape recorder. So the prop is them trying to create the illusion that their statements are about campus safety while they're gaslighting you to your face. It's done to make you feel mentally raped. She wants me to sign a form because I'm on her premises, and she says there's children on her premises. I say, no, I don't think that. I told her, I go, well, I don't believe that that's necessary. I'm just here for a Bible, and then I want to get, if I can get a Bible, that'd be great, and then I'll just leave, okay? And I didn't say it in that way, but that, that was my thinking, and that was the theme of my reply to it. I got the Bible after being grilled about my living situation, which was totally inappropriate. I got the Bible, said thank you, left, went and unlocked my bike, and as I was unlocking my bike and then wrapping the bike, the bike lock around the neck of my seat, children are walking by me from that church engaging in gang stalking, even saying gang stalking. She wants me to sign a form concerning, since the fact that I'm on her premises, and since they got children on their premises, they want to make sure that whoever's on their premises can be checked out if they ever have to be, for safety reasons, because children are on their premises. And then I walk out to unlock my bike, and then they use children to walk by me and say gang stalking. Even though when I walked in, I was gaslighted by her, literally by her, okay? And gaslighting is a term that describes gang stalking. And I even made a statement in this digital tape recorder that I'm being gaslighted right now, as I was talking to her. Yeah, and as I was waiting to talk to her, because she was also waiting on somebody else. Then I walk out of there, and children are saying gang stalking as I'm unlocking my bike 10 feet away from the entrance of the door. Now, I then went to Vaughn's, which is right next door to this church, and after I made my purchase at Vaughn's, I and I locked my bike up right outside the exit door. The checkout lanes are right here, okay? And this is, the checkout lane is right here, okay? And then, so this is you walking and stopping so you can pay for your groceries. Because the cashier's right here. The lane for you to walk and stand at while she's ringing up your groceries is, you're right here, she's right there, the cashier, and you're standing there while she's ringing up your groceries. Then you get your groceries, and I'm going to turn this, you get your groceries, and you, which is you right here, walk 5 feet out, and then as soon as you walk out the door, the bike rack is right here. Because I locked my bike up to a rail. So I'm standing, once I left the Bonds, 5 feet away from where the checkout lane I was in. I walk out the door 2 feet away, walk 3 feet from there, and unlock my bike, which is directly right outside the door. Okay? And this is the Bonds, and this is the audio file of me being with my bike right outside the door, and the door was right next to the checkout lane that I went through, making these purchases. Now this shows you, I'm not going to show you part of my purchase because it's got to do with a gift card, and there's a security code attached to it. This shows you right here the date. 6/03/2013, okay, right there. 16:09 is the time, that means it's 4:09 because it's a 24-hour clock, okay. This shows you I bought some Great Northern beans right there, okay. I don't know how well the lighting is in here. I can't open up my tent door because I got some money out right now. Okay, Great Northern white beans. Here's the beans right here, okay. And I want you to listen. Do you hear GangStalking being said as I'm unlocking my bike and standing? I was smoking a cigarette too, so. But the clanking is me unlocking my bike. Do you hear GangStalk being said fast and from a little bit of from a distance? Just listen closely and you'll hear it, okay. Do you hear GangStalk or GangStalking or both? And do you hear oh my God as well? Oh, sorry, but first I got to show you the date and time on this so you know it's dedicated to that time period. The receipt said 14:09. Wait a minute, hold it. No, I'm sorry. The receipt said 16:09. That's 4:09 p.m. on 6/03/2013. Okay. This audio file was started as soon as I walked out of the Bonds grocery store buying my articles of item. You know, buying my items. I then walked out and started a new audio file. So it shows you 4:10. Within a minute after walking out, I started a new audio file because I was going to stand there, smoke a cigarette, and then unlock my bike. The clanking you can hear is me unlocking my bike from the rail. This shows you the date, the time, 4:10. The receipt states the date and time right here, 6/03/13, 4:09. 6/03/2013, 4:10. Within a minute of me checking out my items, which are on this receipt. Listen, do you hear GangStalking, or oh my God, or all three? Listen carefully. Just the Bonds, I'm unlocking my bike now. 6/03/2013, my watch is saying it's 4:13. What you guys up to? You having a nice day?
We are. How about yourself?
Excellent.
Good.
I had one.
previous audio file after I made my purchase of my gift card. The lady said, "Thank you, Mrs. Payne," I think. I think not. See, when this Bond store's open, if they say GangStalking over here, oh my god. They just said it. Hey, do you know today's date? June 3rd. Thank you. Yeah, I'm right outside of Lons. I ask these girls what the name of this grocery store is so they can verify it. Hey guys, do you know the name of this grocery store? Bonds. Huh? Bonds. Thank you. Thanks. You're welcome. Alright, now that wasn't that entire audio file. Now I want to make a statement here because I think it was on 3/29/2013. Eventually I'll look it up and put it in this video. I caught huge gang stalking happening on the 28 bus route, which is the same road that this Vons is off of, and this church. Now understand, this will be clear. Sorry, I just say that way. But anyways, on 3/29/2013, I was on the 329 bus. I was on the 28 bus, and I went to go to the post office, and on that bus route was Vons employees that worked at that Vons because they got out at the bus stop in order to, which was right across the street from the Vons, and they had their Vons aprons and shirts on. They were caught flat out being engaged in gang stalking by saying gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalker, gang stalker, gang stalker, oh my god. Literally that way, right out in the open. And it was caught on audio file and even a video file and uploaded to the internet. Now, every time I went to this Vons, I have experienced gang stalking harassment in that Vons. And right before that audio file started, there was a minute gap between me making the purchase and me walking out the door and starting a new audio file. Then I was in one of those electronic handicap carts. The manager, Chalk, came out and followed me out of the store after I made the purchase to get the cart from me. And as I was looking up at him, guess what he was doing? This. I even made a statement to him. I said, Chuck, why are you sticking out your tongue? That's a gang stalking tactic. It's got sexual inferences to it. Because organized stalking and gang stalking is directly connected to sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, and human trafficking rings. And they want to make you feel, because you feel mentally raped along all your routes as a result of your privacy being violated, so they can set up this crafted harassment for you to experience because of the stalking, because of the cyber hacking, because of your cell phone being hacked, because of every area of your life being destroyed by them, which is covertly managed and expedited, okay? And then how they try to even sexually exploit you, okay? So you get the picture after a while, okay, that this is about including sexual stuff. It's also about insurance fraud and finance co-opting, okay? And it's also about other things as well, okay? So they want to make sure that you feel, okay, and they even have targets raped. They want to make sure that you feel violated mentally, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, and even sexually. And they do have technology that can literally sexually stimulate you as well. Go to the bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance and look on the bottom of their homepage. There's 3 PDF links, remote neural monitoring being one of them. It's either mentioned in the first or second PDF link. It literally flat out states that these devices can they can sexually stimulate you. Yes. Now, so he's standing there in front of the electric cart before I even get a chance to get out of it to get my bike, because he's acting like he's following me out of the store so he can take the electronic cart back in the store, and he's going like this as he's talking to me. I caught a Walmart manager doing the same thing, okay? And it's being done along my routes as well. So, and they'll sit next to me inside of public libraries, and then have a person sit next to me to get my peripheral vision who move his arm back and forth like that to get my peripheral vision. And guess what he's doing with that arm? Once he thinks he's got it, he takes it down and puts it on his lap and goes like this for me to see. Because he thinks that he's already gotten my visual attention. Yeah, and that's done to make you feel like a pervert sitting next to you, okay? And it's done to keep you it's done to keep you violated in reference to having to sit next to a possible sexual predator, or at least a pervert, okay? Now that happened right after I left the church. So what churches am I talking about? And think about this. When I went into the church and was gaslighted immediately by the person who tried to get me to sign forms, as she was gaslighting me, as she said, I'll be with you in a minute, her and the person she was talking to were gaslighting me. So I took a step back, turned on my video camera discreetly, and just acted like I was holding it. And then I turned, covered up my mouth like I was doing this, because my tape recorder is right below my neck collar. And I bent over and I said, I'm being gaslighted right now I think I said at least by this employee. Gaslighting is a term that describes gang stalking. I then walked out of the church once all that fiasco stopped to unlock my bike. Once I left the church, to unlock my bike that was locked up in front of the church, and then children walked by me and said gang stalking. And then you just heard it being said around me after I walked out of the bonds that's right next door to the church. So guess what church this is? Then go to Google and type in churches and gang stalking, or churches and organized stalking, and see how many Google generated responses you get and the statements that are made concerning other targets. Alright, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. This is a tidbit file. Tidbit files are dedicated to exposing certain tidbits of information concerning these factual realities of these organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions. This tactic is said around me along all my routes, creatively, overtly, constantly.